MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Should be a good one here this afternoon between the Miami Marlins and the San Francisco. Johnny Cueto will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, it wasn't a great performance in his last start, but he did pitch well enough to earn the win. We'll see if he can turn in a little bit better performance in this one.
Danny Dero, this Giants team, as they begin play here this afternoon, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Our temperature at first pitch and even 70 degrees here this afternoon. All even now, 2-2. Grounded back up the middle. There is Crawford. 1 away. Digging in, John Birdie. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Working the plate is Carl Dixon.
Dan, this is an offensive player's dream to have Carl Dixon behind the dish. He is tight on the corners.
He is, D-Row, and listen, he makes you bring the ball into the strike zone. Normally, high scoring of games when Carl's behind the dish.
Slider clocked in the mid-80s there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Might have been taking all the way right there. That pitch couldn't have split the strike zone any better, and you can bet he wants that one back at the plate.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. Corey Dickerson will be next. Hit hard up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Fouled away. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Slider, and that's in there for strike 2. Birdie stands at first with 1 out. Changeup laid off down around the shins.
I love a well-executed changeup, especially one down in the zone. The only problem throwing it in that situation, you leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems. Hey, a little top-of-the-order lightning right here, Dan. The second and third guys in the batting order throw knocks out there, and now you're staring a monster in the face.
D-Row, this is just what you don't want to face as a pitcher, right? You get the 2 and 3 hole guys up, and all of a sudden now it's 4, 5, and 6 going to have to get through the meat of this tough batting order.
Line hard, but this will be a foul ball. The 1-1 home. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Big strikeout for the second out there, but he's not out. We'll see if he can feed off that K, wiggle out of the jam, and keep this game tied.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Cooper takes his swings from the right-handed batter's box, but he's one of those rare hitters that actually thrives facing same-handed pitching. One of the very best in the game, as a matter of fact, in that type of matchup.
Yeah, Matty, he does not leak with that front side. He keeps that shoulder tucked, stays inside the baseball, and it gives him every opportunity to hammer the fastball and stay on that breaking stuff.
Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
And that pitch misses for ball 4. So some intrigue now as the bases are loaded here with 2 away.
Batting 6, the third baseman, Ryan Anderson.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he lays off there, 1-0. Big swing and a miss at the changeup. A ball and a strike. 2 out, bases loaded. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. And he'll try to entice him with the changeup here, but it dips below the knees. It's 2-2.
Wow, really close pitch on 0-2. That just missed, and if he hits that spot right there again, he might get the call next time.
And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. Marlins leave all 3, and now we'll see what the Giants can do. No score. At the plate, Alex Dickerson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading up for the Giants.
Now the pitch.
The left fielder, Alex.
Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. These Marlins, as they take the field this afternoon, they are in the midst of a pretty bad stretch as they've dropped 6 straight coming in.
Yeah, I get it, Matty. The team's on a moderate losing streak right now. Can't be happy with the way they've played, but they have to find a way to relax a little bit. Everybody goes through these little stretches, these little valleys throughout the course of a long season. This team should right itself, and it needs to start today.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Wilmer Flores comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Ground ball left side. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
Batting third, the center fielder, Mike.
First pitch of the at-bat. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And there's ball 1. Hit hard down the right field line, but a foul ball. Now here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. So it's a solo shot to dead center, number 14 on the season, as the Giants are staked to a 1-0 lead.
I think it's time to start pitching around this guy. He's hit 3 home runs already in this series. I'm not sure what more they need to see, but this is not the guy I want to be pitching to right now.
Now the Giants' number 4 batter, Hunter Pence. First at bat for him as he enters play number 3 in the National League batting race. Hit on the ground to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Up next from Miami, Harold Ramirez, currently 9th in the NL in hitting, entering play.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
1-1 to count. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Today's contest is, of course, the finale of the series, and the home side has dominated so far. They've got the opportunity to complete the sweep with a win in this one.
You know, and it's not an easy thing to complete a sweep, particularly in this day and age where the games and the teams are so competitive. So a sweep at home would be extra special.
Popped him up. There to take it is Belt for the first out. Stepping in, Matt Joyce. He'll get to take his first cuts here. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. And on one hand, they can be happy they've got their ace on the mound for them in this sweep game, but on the other hand, they're tasked with facing an ace themselves.
It sure is. This is one of those games where you flip a coin heads or tails. Two terrific starting pitchers. Both teams firing their bullets. Their aces going today. This should be a good one.
The Giants have struck first here. They lead it 1-0 as we play the second. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Unable to find the zone with the slider.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
Great changeup there in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And he makes the throw to first. Joyce is retired. 2 down now.
The pitcher, number 49.
Digging in now, Pablo Lopez. Here comes the first pitch. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Hey, down in the count 0-2, I'd like to see a little choke and poke right here. Maybe work it up the middle or up.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3. And that. Stepping up now, Brandon Belt. He carries the 8th best batting average in the National League entering play. Back up the middle. And a base hit, so he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning. In is the 3rd baseman, Evan Longoria, and he enters play today, currently 5th in the National League batting race. Fouled off. Comes set, and the 0-1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Longoria, or just Longo as he's often referred, he's in year 1 of a new 3-year deal. Chopped to 3rd, tough to get to. Over to VR, back to first, and that'll take care of Longoria as well. It's a double play. So base is empty now after the double play. And next to hit is the catcher, Buster Posey. And he takes ball 1.
Wanted to get the front door curveball on the inside corner there, but it backed up a little and stayed off the corner.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Joyce is there. And that ends the inning. Giants. Now at the plate, Jonathan VR. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And a strike called at the letters. Looked high to me, but it's 0-1. And a swing and a chance for Longoria at 3rd. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd. Ready for another chance? John Birdie, a base hit in his first trip.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
Slow roller left side. Throw gets him. 2 down. Settling in now, Corey Dickerson. He reached on a single in his first try. Here it comes. And a slider tails outside for ball 1. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0. 2 out, nobody on. Three and 0 now.
Now with the base is empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
3-1 to the Marlins left fielder. The 3-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Flores showing off his range. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the 1-2-3 go the Marlins. It remains 1-0.
Within the league, they rank among the leaders in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. When asked about their offense, the players I talked with all brought up how multifaceted their talent is, saying they've got guys that can spray the ball around, guys that work counts and draw walks, and of course plenty of guys that can go deep and drive in runs. Their numbers certainly confirm that, guys.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Now batting, Brandon Crawford. And check out the recent numbers. Clearly providing a lot of thump at the plate right now. And it's fouled away. And now pitch on the way. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out.
Batting ninth.
And now the Giants pitcher, Johnny Cueto, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one. And he fouls this one off. Now the 0-2 pitch. The bouncer up the middle. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
Well, you don't see that all the time. Pitcher deep in the count, 0-2, and D-Row still manages to sneak out a base hit on an 0-2 count.
You know what? He never lost his toehold there, Dan. He seemed like he wanted to hit. He was aggressive. He battled and was able to be rewarded with a nice base hit.
Hit hard towards center, and that's in there. Base hit.
I'm shocked he got to that pitch right there. In today's game of loading up, leg kicks, toe taps, dropping the hands, trying to create launch angle, that high heater usually gets by.
Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. Long throw to the plate, but this won't be in time as he's well safe and the run scores.
Next to the Giants. The center fielder.
Stepping in now, Mike Yastrzemski. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of this one into the cove and gone.
Well, he's given up 2 long balls in just 2 1/3 innings of work. So it seems as though they might have his number here. Not sure how much more the manager wants to see. He needs to turn it around quick if he wants to stay in this one for a while.
Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. The Giants will, however, have to beat their opposition's best as they've got to go up against their ace in this one.
One of the keys to sweeping a series is getting some runs and getting some runs early. Big lead early in this one, and it looks like their chances of a sweep look pretty good.
Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Definitely not what you're trying to do here. 0-2 with a curveball. You see a lot of guys elevate a fastball like that in this situation, but a curve like that is just asking to get punished.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
What I like about that strikeout, guys, is that he came back with a fastball on 2-2. He was ahead in the count 0-2 earlier, but instead of continuing to nibble a little bit, he decided to get aggressive again and to challenge with his hard stuff.
Brandon Belt is in for the second time here as he looks at one outside. It's 1-0. Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. We played 3 full, and the lead is now 5-0. All set for the start of the inning, and up next will be the big catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Takes this the other way to right, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what, and this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
He drew a base on balls his first time up. Hit out towards second. Flores to his left. He's there to belt for the twin killing. So digging in now, Brian Anderson hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
A high fastball is in there. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Nothing doing for the Marlins. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th, and that brings up Evan Longoria. First offering on its way. This is line to left, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out. So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring up the former World Series champ, MVP, and Rookie of the Year, Buster Posey. No balls and a strike to count. 5 runs, 6 hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. And here's a ball hit in the air, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
The batter, number 35. Shortstop, Brandon.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. He swings and grounds it to short. To second for 1. On to first, and it's another double play. There's second. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Don Mattingly about the Marlins' offensive production, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. A lot of their outs have come from weak contact and strikeouts as a result of chasing pitches outside the strike zone. He said it's going to be extremely important for them going forward to be more selective with their swings and force the opposition to throw more strikes.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Digging in, Harold Ramirez. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th with a punch out. 1 away. Digging in, Matt Joyce. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. And there are 2 away now. Miguel Rojas will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. Career head-to-head meetings with Johnny Cueto. 2 hits in 7 tries. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Pops this one up. Crawford into shallow center. He tracks it down, and that will end. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Giants lineup with their manager, Gabe Kapler. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said it was clear his guys were locked into their at-bats from the very first pitch. And that's something they emphasized in the pregame meetings. He's happy they got the message, as now they've gotten into the bullpen. And they put up some solid run production in the early part of this game.
Thank you, Heidi. Josh Rader, a right-hander standing 6 foot even, will take over the pitching duties here. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Johnny Cueto. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Softly hit out to short. And that is through into center, a base hit, and the opposing pitcher gets aboard to kick off the inning.
Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only has he thrown the ball well, but now he's mixing in a base hit late in the game, giving his manager options. Whether or not he wants a pinch run, keep him in there, go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
And that'll bring up the big bat of Alex Dickerson. That's through for a base hit, his 2nd of the ball game.
Hey, guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
Standing in now, Wilmer Flores. He squares it up and hits a bolt to left center. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And no sense risking anything here, as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out. Stepping in, Mike Yastrzemski. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they can get out of this jam, though.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2. Over to VR. On to first to complete the double play. So here's the cleanup hitter, Hunter Pence. He's grounded out and struck out in his 2 trips to the plate. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this is foul near the seats. Set to deliver the 0-1. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Ready with the 0-2. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Joyce is there, and that retires the side. Ready for another shot now, Jonathan VR. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
1-1 to the Marlins leadoff hitter. Here it comes. Changeup just off the black, and it's 2-1. Liner in there for a base hit. So the leadoff man's aboard in their half of the 6th inning.
Even though that pitcher was able to execute in off the plate, batter was able to keep his hands inside that baseball and drive it up the middle.
In there for strike 1, 0-1.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
And he is cruising now. It's 0-2.
Got to believe the pitcher's going to trust his defense right here. Look for something down in his zone to induce a ground ball double play.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
That was a nasty sweeping slider right there. If he was able to just catch the back door a little bit, he would have picked up that backwards K.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. John Birdie goes down to become the first out in the 6th inning. From the stretch, ball 1. Runners on first with 1 down. Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike.
Hey, you know the pitcher right now, he's looking for that best friend, that double play ball. This is where you have to really be disciplined at the plate and make sure that you get a pitch that's above the knees that you can get in the air.
And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or you just pitch around them?
Now the 3-2 pitch. He pulls this one into right, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the 2nd out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jorge Alfaro. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. 0-1 the count.
Can't waste getting the leadoff runner on in this situation. Someone's got to bear down and get a big knock.
1-1. 2 out with the man at first. Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball. 2-1.
Oh, that's a tough call for Blue right there. Either way you call it, somebody doesn't like it. But hey, that's the life of an umpire.
Count even at 2-2 to the Marlins catcher. To short, hit hard. Crawford fields it cleanly. Off balance throw, but he couldn't get enough on it, so it'll be scored as an infield single.
Up next for the Marlins, the first baseman, Garrett Cooper.
And that'll bring in Garrett Cooper as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. A bouncer to the left side, and this gets right through him, and that may be a run. The runner scores from second, and they inch a little bit closer. It's a 6-1 game.
Now batting, the third baseman, Brian Anderson.
At the plate, Brian Anderson. He grounds it sharply to third. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. Forced to settle for 1. Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt.
The first baseman, Brandon.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Popped him up. Anderson has a tough play, but he ranges back to put it away for the first out.
Up next to the Giants.
Ready once again, Evan Longoria. And he hasn't quite had the same fortune at the plate as many of his teammates. No hits for him so far. But pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the 2nd out.
The catcher, number 28.
Stepping into the box, Buster Posey. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Line towards center field. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. So instead of leading off the following inning, Brandon Crawford bats here after the 2-out hit.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup. 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And he misses with it. 1-1.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
The pitcher, number 27, Johnny Cueto.
Pablo Sandoval will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here.
Pablo Sandoval.
On a line, that's a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
Now battle.
Boy, this is a big inning, Bruin. How about back-to-back singles? The bags are loaded, and he is in deep trouble.
Yes, he is, no doubt about it. Nothing fires you up more than knocking the donut off your bat on the on-deck circle and realizing all the pillows are taken right now. Major traffic. You got to stay within yourself, not try and do too much and get a pitch in your zone.
A ball and a strike to the Giants' leadoff man. The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Hey, that's the kind of swing you'd like to see a guy take with the bases loaded. He's going for the downs.
Swing and a ground ball, and this should get him out of it. VR at the bag, and that retires the side. So they... Trevor Gott is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 58, Trevor Gott.
New inning set to get underway, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder Harold Ramirez.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And he just misses inside with the fastball there. Outside, 3-0 now.
Ball 3 to a leadoff hitter that can run. Not the greatest way to start this right here. I think right now you really have to start pouring some pitches into that strike zone.
Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. With that, the Marlins get a good start to the inning with their leadoff man aboard. Here's Matt Joyce now, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And they show a little life here as the lead shrinks to 6-2 now.
Never say never in this game, folks. It's late and the clock is ticking, but that RBI double might start making believers out of the entire dugout. We'll see if they can build on it and maybe get back into this thing.
Looking at his lifetime numbers, Aguilar is slugging north of 480, which puts him among some of the best power hitters in the game in that category. The 1-0. Fouled away. The 1-1 misses for the second ball. Aguilar playing here in his age 29 season. He's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level. Throw down to third. Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. Now the 3-2 pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Dickerson's under it, and that's the first out of the inning. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
The batter, number 2.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Jonathan VR. He singled his last time up. 1-0 the count. Ball and a strike.
Sometimes you can get away with a pitch in that location when you're running it up there that hard, but not consistently. You still have to work the edges of the zone most of the time.
1 out and a runner on second base. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jonathan Villar. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. Stepping into the box, John Birdie. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
Birdie.
And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. That's inside. 2-0.
He's going to have a talk with the umpire after this half inning, because if he's not going to get those calls, he's got to come a little bit more over the heart of the plate, and that usually means damage done.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Sterling Sharp gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Number 56.
Last half of the 7th here, and set to go is the second baseman, Wilmer Flores. Now here's the pitch. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Now here's the pitch. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2. Looks like a left-hander up and throwing now in that Marlins bullpen. Line drive to left. And that's a fair ball, as it'll make for the 339 sign down there. The relay, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit. Mike Yastrzemski will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his second home run of the game, as he was off to a fast start indeed.
When the guy on the mound has complete command of his off speed, especially his changeup, sometimes as a hitter you just have to give up bullside to stay on it.
Scooped up, and it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here. So stepping in, Hunter Pence, 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. And he popped him up. Villar moving to his left. 2 gone. So 2 away now in the San Francisco 7th. And standing in now, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Brandon Belt. Has a look, now the pitch. Pulls this one into the air, out into right field. Ramirez is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. Now to the plate, Corey Dickerson. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Corey Dickerson.
Nick Vincent has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 50.
First pitch on its way. Swung on but fouled off to the left. The Giants are maintaining a slim lead in the late going of this series finale, so if they can wrap it up, they'll complete the series sweep.
Hey, Matt, what a great spot to be in. You're playing good baseball, you're going for the sweep, and you're leading by a few runs going into the later innings. Now it's just time to close the deal.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Corey Dickerson becomes the first out of the inning. First pitch on its way. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. And even sweeter, of course, is getting that series sweep in your own ballpark in front of the home faithful. So we'll see if they can send these fans home happy.
No doubt about it. Fan base is excited. They're all out in full force, coming to the ballpark hoping to witness a sweep, and it looks pretty good at this point.
In now, Garrett Cooper. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Hit on the ground to third. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. And now the tag from Longoria, and they got him at third base.
Now batter, third baseman, Brian Anderson.
Into the box now, Brian Anderson. As he can't catch up on a fastball at the letters, and it's strike one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And that's a called strike at the letters. Though that looked high from here, it's 0-2 now.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
The 1-2. Fouled off. A runner on first with 2 away. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Drew Steckenrider is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 71.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and set to go is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hopped up. VR shading to his right. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. One gone here in the Giants' half of the 8th, and that brings up Buster Posey. Line to the right side. Ramirez is there. 2 down. Digging in to try it again. Brandon Crawford is working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And it's fouled away. Here comes the 0-1.
The count is 1-2.
2 out, nobody on. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
Drilled right back up the middle, and maybe trouble afoot as Crawford's aboard here with a base hit.
That's the difference in today's games. Pitchers will throw any pitch in any count, but the batter was able to deliver on a 3-2 breaking ball.
Joey Bart will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
He's hitting for the Giants. Number 77, Joey.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Couldn't get his hands through there, and it's 1-1.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. Heading out towards shallow right. Ramirez is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Fernando Carrasco will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Joey Bart will stay in the ballgame, taking over the catching duties behind the plate. set to start the ninth in this one. And next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Harold Ramirez. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Ball one. The 1-1 is a fastball in off the plate for a ball. Hit back up the middle. Flores is there. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow. Ready now for the Marlins, Matt Joyce. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. 1 ball, no strikes to count. And he comes back with one in there for a high strike. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Monte Harrison will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 60.
And this is low, ball 1. Comes into this one at 271. 3 homers and a dozen RBIs. Fouled away. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon. Miami down to their last strike. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. A crowd in excess of 37,000 come to their feet. Close, but it's not over yet. That's ball 2.
Great take right there, but the last thing you want to do is be called out on strikes to end the game.
Skied into straightaway right. And he'll make the catch to end it for the final out. And the Giants finish the job and complete the series sweep of their rivals at home.
Well, I know you don't want to jinx it by talking about it, but this streak now, it's up to 11 games. When you're playing this well, you think the good times are going to last forever. But in baseball, trust me, this game has a way of humbling you. They should enjoy this ride, though, while it lasts.
6-2, the final total today. The Giants posted 15 total hits in the ball game. Johnny Cueto earned his 9th win of the year. Pablo Lopez was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
For this afternoon, first for the victorious Giants, 6 runs, 15 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Marlins, 2 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 3 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting out in the NL West, the Giants continued to beat teams now with 11 straight victories as they beat the visiting Marlins 6-2. At the start of the day, the Giants are leading the National League West, while the Marlins are in 4th place in the NL East. The Atlanta Braves completed a 3-game series sweep as they got the best of the Dodgers at home 6-0. It was their 5th straight victory. Heading into the day, the Braves sit in 2nd place in the National League East Division, while the Dodgers sit in 2nd place in the National League West Division. The Colorado Rockies went deep 4 times as they sank the visiting Buccos 11-2. In the standings, the Rockies sit in last place in the National League West Division, and the Pirates sit in last place in the National League Central Division. The Padres finished off a 3-game sweep as they made it a laugher against the Diamondbacks 6-0. Entering the day's action, the Padres sit in 3rd place in the National League West Division, while the Diamondbacks are 3rd in the division. Steven Strasburg pitched well, earning his 9th win of the season, leading Washington to a win against the Mets 4-3. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. As of right now, the Mets sit in last place in the National League East, and the Nationals are 3rd in the division. The Phils combined to give up just 5 hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Athletics 4-3. As of today, the Phillies are atop the National League East division, while the Athletics are atop the American League West. The Cincinnati Reds brought out the brooms in a 3-game sweep as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 6-3. The win was their 5th straight as a team. At the start of the day, the Brewers sit in 3rd place in the National League Central Division, and the Reds are 2nd in the division. The Cardinals allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they secured the win in extra innings against the Cubs 3-2. Entering the day's action, the Cardinals are in 4th place in the NL Central, while the Cubs are atop the division. The Rays hit 3 long balls as they took down the visiting Orioles. Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Starting in the National League West, the Los Angeles Dodgers totaled 11 hits as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 13-0. Jose Ramirez had 3 hits on the day, leading the Indians to the win over the Orioles 6-4. Marcus Semien swung the bat well with 3 hits as Oakland pushed past the Angels 3-1. He is among the American League leaders in home runs. The Kansas City Royals knocked out 10 hits as a team as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 3-1. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games.